you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tori Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go.
Let's go.
We want that justice, we want all the smoke.
Yeah.
From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tori Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back, we ready.
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Y'all ready?
1017 The Truth. Tori Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio downtown at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
Ain't nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
Hey, how you doing, DJ Brother Z?
I'm doing well, Tori Lowe.
Hey, and how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Hey, look, we got another jam-packed show. I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, and I'm going to need y'all to tap in, because there's a lot to discuss today on this Thursday, April 13th, 2023. And off the top, I want to bring this up. This is breaking news. Suspect arrested in stabbing death of Cash App founder Bob Lee. This turns out to be a friend. Nima Monimi or something like that. He was taken into custody during a search and is suspected of stabbing Bob Lee, his friend. This is somebody he knew. He was stabbed multiple times with a knife that was discovered near the scene. Who they say they went out. Him and his friend had went out, allegedly. But who brings a knife to dinner to go eat with your buddy? I don't know. This whole thing is suspect. But once again, there has been somebody arrested. Nima, 43 years old, and they're saying that this is the one that stabbed him, and he's a friend of his. So as this uncovers, I want to definitely follow how this took place. But if it's a lot, look at what happened to Scarface. You know, he killed his buddy. You know, it's a lot of friends that turn around and get upset and kill each other. But is that the case? Did somebody offer him some money to do it, to get to him and do it? I don't know. There's still a lot to uncover with this Cash App founder, Bob Lee. I got a Cash App. You know, I thank you, Bob Lee, for hooking me up with the Cash App. You know, I use it to help families. So I'm interested in it. But let's swing over back here to Wisconsin. We're going to bring it back to Wisconsin. And Governor Evers and Representative Donovan, they think that driver's education should be back in the schools. Should Wisconsin bring back universal driver's education? This is what they're talking about. TMJ4 got an article. Let's listen.
First tonight, should Wisconsin bring back universal driver's education? The state stopped reimbursing school districts for driver's ed nearly 20 years ago.
But in today's Project Drive Safer report, Ben Jordan is sharing why a bipartisan group of lawmakers believes it should be a priority to address reckless driving behavior.
Stevie Davis has been a private driver's ed instructor in Milwaukee for decades. He teaches teens who need driver's ed to get a license.
I take pride in what I do. I want to be the best at what I do.
And adults who could skip it altogether once they turn 18.
Do you think too many teens are slipping through the cracks, not being able to afford driver's education?
Yes. Some of them are 18, 19, early 20s. And I asked them, I said, why didn't you take driver's ed? And they told me that's the reason why. They didn't have enough money, they couldn't afford it.
Based off U.S. Census Bureau data and Wisconsin DOT numbers, roughly 61% of 16 and 17-year-olds have completed driver's ed.
I think driver's education would be something that we also need to rethink.
Governor Tony Evers thinks the solution is bringing back universal driver's ed.
Obviously, it's going to fall off most people's plates.
Up until 2004, the state set aside millions of dollars each year to reimburse school districts that were required to offer driver education as a class in high school.
1, 2, 3.
Flash forward to this year, and the Wisconsin Insurance Alliance is pushing the state to use $6 million it pays annually in industry fees to fund driver's ed for students on free or reduced lunch. Governor Evers says it should be available to all students, regardless of family income.
Driver's ed is not all that expensive. Just segmenting a group of people saying, well, if you're on free and reduced lunch, you're more likely later to drive inappropriately. I think that's a stretch.
Republican State Representative Bob Donovan also believes it's a critical investment.
I would even support that it be mandatory for our kids to take those classes.
Donovan says he's working on legislation in an effort to make it a reality. What would need to take place in order to convince a majority of lawmakers that it's worth the cost?
I like the fact that in my discussions with the insurance industry, their willingness to put up some money towards this effort. So I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think it would pay dividends down the road.
Donovan admits the proposal wouldn't address reckless drivers who are already behind the wheel, but he thinks it could make a difference for the next generation of drivers. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.
Hey, this makes a lot of sense. I hated the fact that they took our driver's ed out of school. I remember when we was in high school and we were going through driver's ed. We had the simulators. We didn't have the urge to go out and break in the car and try to figure it out from there. We didn't go all Grand Theft Auto. We had driver's ed classes. We had simulators. We had a way to get into our permits and into our license without having to pay a lot of money. It just makes sense. It just makes a lot of sense. And I'm wondering why they even I wonder what the reason was that they even took driver's ed out of school in the first place. I think that was it's a couple things that they took out of schools that to me never made any sense. Like when they started taking the arts out of the schools and because everybody's not going to play sports. Everybody's not going to play basketball, football, the sporting ideas, but arts, creativity, just kind of things that didn't require a lot of, physical energy. It seems like they took a lot of the things away, but now they're realizing they slowly need to put them back. Some people think they need to put the prayer back in the schools from what's going on in the schools right now. I mean, the schools is out of control, and I don't even know if prayer helped the behavior or not. I don't know. I just know it helped me, prayer, understanding, some type of moral foundation. I think that it helped me. I used to walk around high school with my Bible. Hey, I was a deacon. I was a young deacon at 15, a junior deacon. So, hey, I'm supporting this. If we can do something to get these drivers' education back in these schools, let me know. Because these kids, hey, look, I thought I saw like a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old rolling past me in a Kia the other day. I looked in the car, and these look like little kids. Like it's a video game. They definitely need to be in driver's ed. They definitely need, I wish it was something that they could have got a hold of before they got a hold of that Kia. So for future generations, I'm hoping it's there for them. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to talk about that story about that young girl, Morrison. They got beat up by her friends in Mexico. And there was that whole fiasco because she went on a trip in Mexico and she was killed. Well, we have some decisions on who's going to be pressing charges in that situation. Are charges going to be pressed in that situation? I want to talk about that when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Be sure to tune in to The Truth on Saturday, April 15th at 10 a.m. for Soft Life Chronicles, presented by All of Us Milwaukee at the Center for Community Engagement and Health Partnerships. I will be joined by representatives from All of Us to discuss breaking the silence and having conversations on the impact Alzheimer's and dementia have on families. So be sure to listen to Soft Life Chronicles at 10 a.m. this Saturday, presented by All of Us Milwaukee and on the new 1017 The Truth.
Hey, this is Steve Scafidi for Educators Credit Union. Being a parent can be busy. We all know that. Mind and Money from Educators Credit Union provides an easy way for parents to pay allowance, assign chores, and teach financial lessons all from their phones or computer with no monthly fees. Children and teens can even receive their own debit card, and parents can set limits and track spending. It's a win-win and just another great perk of being a member. Learn more at ecu.com, federally insured by NCUA.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
When surveyed, people who live in metro areas are concerned about one thing and almost one thing exclusively, and that's crime. Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been concerned with violent crime. Teaming that up with warmer temperatures as summer approaches, the concerns are very real. Typically, violent crime is something that we associate with neighborhoods. But when violent crime hits downtown, its effects seem to be particularly pervasive. These are gathering places for social interaction. We want those places to be distinctly crime-free. Not to mention, when a criminal activity takes place in neighborhoods, it may not make the news, but if something happens downtown, then it will make the news every single night, therefore increasing the perception that violence downtown is actually on the uptick, when in fact, it is being reduced. Now, there are less people downtown because offices are not renewing their leases, and there's less white-collar workers that are going to work downtown every single day, which makes it seem like the prevalence of things like homelessness is actually on the increase when it is not. There's just less people downtown, making such prevalence even more apparent. To get crime under control, we have to be much more proactive, which it seems our Wisconsin legislature does not want to be. If we are able to make the necessary investments led by the people in the city of Milwaukee, we can make crime decrease in every single measurable category. Unfortunately, lock them up and throw away the key is not the way to go. We saw this with the 1994 crime bill, and lo and behold, 20 years later, we saw how incredibly and intensely racist that piece of legislation was. Because we're all very concerned about crime, let's not repeat the mistakes of the past and lock people up and throw away the key and think that is going to be the answer that we're all seeking.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Roll another one. Sit up, never like you know it's special packet with the automatics. We gon' set them to habit. Wait. Hey. really started. Shake it, shake it, shake it. She like the way that I dance.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we got to swing over to North Carolina. Shanquella Robinson. Did I say Morrison? There's so many people dying. I get the names mixed up sometimes. I mean, when it comes to tragic situations. But Shanquella Robinson, a Charlotte, North Carolina resident who died in October while vacationing in Mexico. That's the story where she went to Mexico to hang out and she was beaten on video by her friends or people who she thought was her friends. Well, a U.S. attorney who represents the middle and western districts of North Carolina wrote in a statement, in every case considered by the federal prosecution, the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a federal crime was committed. Well, I guess based on the results of the autopsy and after a couple deliberations and looking at the investigative materials by the U.S. Attorney's Office, federal prosecutors informed Ms. Robinson's family that they don't have enough evidence to press charges, to support a federal prosecution. Let's listen to see what's going on.
The U.S. authorities have to understand and have to know that even if for them it's not about Shanquella, that United States citizens cannot go to Mexico, commit a crime that we all saw on a video, and then come back to America and say, we're on base, we're safe, we're not going to be charged with a crime. That cannot be the message that the U.S. authorities want to send. So again, discrepancies caused or discrepancies in the autopsy results between Mexican authorities that we've all been discussing, unfortunately, and not being discussed by the right individuals, have all been caused by delays. If it had been taken serious from the very beginning, if the internet and the people and social media didn't have to create the movement behind the case and the authorities would have gotten involved the minute the video surfaced, there wouldn't have been a delay. There would have been immediate statements taken from the individuals involved. There would have been time to take an immediate autopsy of the body before it was embalmed. All of those things would have been done, but because it was the death of a young, black, beautiful, brilliant, educated woman who was on vacation, justice was delayed. There was no investigation done. It was not taken seriously until the people had to say, hey, we're not going to accept that this is just what it is. This can't be just what it is. We see with our own eyes an attack, an assault, a crime happening, and nothing's being done. That came from you all. That came from the people saying, we demand answers. And today we actually ended up with way more questions than answers.
Wow. I'll say this. If we ain't cool, we ain't going to Mexico. Because it seems like this message right here, that this beating of Robinson took place on video. They recorded this evidence. So you telling me since this was done in Mexico, they're not going to press federal charges on these so-called, and I'm using quotations, friends. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you this. The next time somebody asks me to go to Mexico, if we ain't cool like that, like if we ain't been through some things together, I'm not going. Because it seems like if you could commit the perfect murder in Mexico and come back home to the United States and get away with it. Now, this is the vibes that I'm getting from this, because I thought for sure that woman in that video that was beating her was going to jail. Was at least that person was going to get some charges. I don't know, Truth Nation. It kind of makes you reevaluate your buddies. And I tell people all the time, you're only going to go as far as the 5 friends you allow around you, the top 5 friends. I mean, a lot of us got a lot of buddies. We got a lot of friends, and we talk to a lot of people. But the closest buddies, your closest friends, you got to watch it, the top 5, because that's going to let you know if you're going to sink or swim. And it's the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear that. I'm not the type of person to say, hey, look, this is my friend unless we've been through some things. But there are some acquaintances that I like that are very cool to me. Like, we are acquaintances, we cool. Like, I guess acquaintances is friendly. We're friendly. But let's say somebody that, we weren't close, but they say, hey, let's go somewhere. Let's go to Mexico. Let's go out of the country. I might not take that. I might not take that trip. Unless it was presented to me like Clarence Thomas. Unless it was one of the GOP super donors like Clarence Thomas. And I get to sit on a $1 million yacht and fly in the private. Hey, I might take that. I still think I'm in the wrong profession after I seen Clarence Thomas take all those trips, him and his wife. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. But that's a story that I already talked about that. But Truth Nation, you got to be careful. DJ Brother Z, what do you think about this outcome? No charges.
That's crack smoking crazy is what that is.
Hey, look, and I heard rumors. Now, allegedly, they're saying it's a woman that beat that girl up on that video. But I heard rumors that it could have been, somebody trans. I don't know. This is allegedly what they've been saying online. But I want to know the truth. I want to see all the details. I want to know what truly happened because they got something. They got something to show who did it. I want to know. Because do you think that this would be the same outcome if Shanquella was a different race? I hate to bring that up. But hey, it just seems like, we're not going to press no charges. Hopefully, the Mexican authorities, I hear that U.S. may not press any charges because they're back here in the U.S. Now, I don't know if there's anything that the Mexican authorities can do. I'm hoping that something can be done. I hope this is just not a blueprint for somebody, let's say I'm married, I'm in a bad marriage, and hey, let's go to Mexico. This gives a new meaning to head out to Mexico. I don't know. I'm still scratching my head on this. I really don't want to think that there's a gray area now. That if you want to do something to somebody, it can happen on these trips to Mexico. Scary. And I was talking about the Cash App founder off the top of the show, and one of his buddies saying allegedly stabbed him after hanging out. So here we go. And I was telling people when I do violence in the community, when people get killed, half of the time the people that get shot, they know the person. They was familiar with the person. They know the person. some type of disagreement, some type of misunderstanding, and it escalated into a life and death situation. Hey, maybe Mexico, maybe the Mexico authorities may do something. But okay, are they going to come? Hold on. If let's say they do decide to do something, because Mexico does have jurisdiction. Somebody on Truth Nation says Mexico has a jurisdiction. We know that. But what I'm saying is, if they do decide to do something, can they come here and get them?
Theoretically, yeah.
Can they come here and snatch them up?
Because now they're going to be wanted criminals of Mexico.
Right. But I haven't seen anything where Mexico has even said that they were going to do whatever. All I'm saying is something needs to be done. You got enough evidence, video evidence of the brutalization. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have the Pop Culture Report with Melanie Ricks. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Families in the 53206 zip code join Milwaukee Public Schools for their Our Lights Are On community open house and job fair on Wednesday, April 19th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Douglas Middle School, located at 3620 North 18th Street. Meet community partners, apply for jobs, and enroll your child for the fall of 2023. There will also be free hot dog and chips for every attendee. Sign up today by registering at 53206april2023.eventbrite.com.
Excited for a road trip? Start it off right with auto coverage from American Family Insurance. J.D. Power ranked us #1 in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance shopping experience among mid-size insurers. Get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. I overdosed on heroin, and I lived. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. My desire to change had finally outweighed my desire to stay the same. I felt powerless for so much of my life. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. For the first time, I finally feel like I'm exactly where I should be, where I want to be.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers lose their first series of the season, dropping the Wednesday afternoon rubber match to Arizona by a final of 7-3. Jason Junk, who got the start for the injured Brandon Woodruff, went 4 2/3 innings while surrendering 4 earned runs. The Brewers, they are right back at it tonight in San Diego to take on those Padres. First pitch is scheduled for 8:40. You can tune in to full coverage over on 620 WTMJ beginning at 8:05. The Milwaukee Bucks have an official tip time for their first-round playoff series. Sunday at 4:30, the Bucks will look to begin their playoff run and will get the winner of Friday's Chicago and Miami play-in game after the Bulls defeated Toronto on Wednesday night. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report. Brought to you by Melanie Ricks.
Ew.
How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey, it's a beautiful day.
Oh my gosh. Tory, it is such a nice day. I think I may go and skip on the sidewalk. I may go play some hopscotch.
What?
It's given.
What, get the chalk and write it up?
I got to do what I got to do, Tory. I got to celebrate accordingly. Like, this is like my childhood weather. You know what I'm saying? This reminds me of like summer vacation. So, yeah, I got to go do something out there.
I got to go get a game of cans right now.
Oh, my gosh. I'm definitely trying to go play cans with somebody.
Right.
Yes to that. What else? Tag. You can go play tag? Well, I don't really run so much. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really run. When was the last time you, like, ran the absolute fastest you could?
The other day in the gym.
Really?
Yeah.
The fastest you could?
You had to turn it up. They got one of them things where
on a treadmill?
Yeah.
Period. Good for you. I hate cardio, so good for you.
Oh, my God.
I can't stand cardio.
Terrible.
Cardio's awful.
Hey, I guess the purpose is to get your heart beat up.
I mean, it is, but I can do that other way, so.
I'm just saying.
I was talking about dancing, Tory.
I knew that. I know you got the youngsters out there.
Baby ears.
Shut up, Mel.
Him. I'm talking about his ears. He can't handle it. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to DJ Brother Z. So last night, real quick, I want to talk about the play-in games.
Right.
Did you watch them?
Yes.
You did. So what a comeback.
OKC, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's talk about OKC first.
Right.
So OKC, the young squad, got it done. They officially locked up the 8th seed. Tory, it was hard for me to see the Pels get bounced at home. I was like, no.
I mean, I think a lot of conversation came up if they had Zion Williamson, would they have had the edge?
Yeah.
And I think so.
Yes, for sure.
But salute to OKC.
I know. Yeah, of course. I'm happy for them.
They kept their composure. It was getting close. It looked at times where the Pelicans may be able to overcome.
Right.
But it wasn't enough.
No, it just wasn't. And I felt bad for them just because they were at home. Like, that was hard to see. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. That's the beauty of the play-in tournament. Winner go home or winner stay home.
And Chicago.
Huge 19-point comeback.
Yeah, just huge. I mean.
What?
It looked like they were just.
Out. Done.
Right. And they kicked in another gear.
I think we're going to end up playing them the first round. I do. What do you think?
I mean, you said you
I hope.
You said you wouldn't mind playing Chicago.
Well, out of the 4 options, that was the team. Well, based on the way that Chicago was resilient and came back last night and the way that Miami played on Monday, which I thought they were playing like they wanted their season to be over.
Yeah.
I think Chicago's going to end up beating them. I do. Just based on what we've seen so far.
And it's weird because you get 2 chances to play
right
in the play-in.
Yes. If you are, it depends on the team that you are,
Right.
though. Yeah, it depends on the team.
I'm talking about if you don't win, you get another chance.
Yes. So Miami gets another chance, and now they have to play Chicago. And the thing is, though, based on how they were playing on Monday, I don't know. Like, I literally felt like they did not want to win. Like, that's the energy I was getting.
Is that chemistry still there? I mean, they had great chemistry in the last few years. All you heard about was the Heat, this, the Heat, that.
Right.
Now it's like, hey.
But, Tori, don't you almost feel, and, not to put thoughts into your brain, but don't you almost feel like people are, when they talk about the Miami Heat, they're talking about the Miami Heat of yesteryear. I don't know if they're quite the same Heat squad that we've been used to for
Butler
a long time.
was, everybody, he was the talk of the league at a certain point. But I think now it's just, I don't even know what I'm even looking at. Even with the Pelicans, with Zion saying, hey, look, I'm not feeling Zionist, it just kind of setting out the players. I remember when players they wanted to play. Yeah. Injury, and all. They wanted to play back in the day. But now they're comfortable with sitting out in a crucial game. What does that do to the locker room? I'm just saying.
I know. And you know how I feel about mental health, but I agree with you because it's like you signed a contract, you made a commitment, but at the same time, Tori, when somebody is really struggling with their mental health,
right.
it's so hard to get it. So I feel both sides. I do.
Right.
Because you're right. That locker room has definitely, I'm sure, been affected by that, as we saw with the Ben Simmons drama. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. It really is. But I appreciate those teams looking out for their players and making sure that they're okay.
And I understand that, too. But, we were taught to just, when the team needs you the most.
Show up. Yeah, I know. But we grew up in a different time.
Right. It was definitely a different time.
You know that. Yeah. Yeah. That conversation, let's just have it real quick for a second. I was talking to some girlfriends a couple of weeks ago, and my girlfriends, the ones that I was with at least, we're all between the age of I think the youngest one there was 24, and then the oldest is 33. So it's a nice solid 9-year age difference between the oldest and the youngest, but the rest of us kind of fall in the middle. And my girlfriends were all saying how they feel like these new generation kids, but more like adults because they're 18 and plus, they feel like they're like babies. They feel like they cry too much or too sensitive, etc. And I'm like, but don't you wish that you got treated the way that they do? Don't you wish people talked about mental health and wish that people actually cared about your emotions?
I understand mental health, but some of the toughest people I know had mental health issues. I'm talking about I think mental health can sometimes be used in these conversations. But I think that when we look at some of our communities and some of the things that we had to overcome, a lot of us that were coming up in disenfranchised neighborhoods or just dysfunctional families, we kind of have some type of mental health issue. But I don't think that has an effect on the toughness, though.
Right. Okay.
I think either you got toughness or you don't.
This is the thing, though. Depression, it don't matter.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could be the toughest person, but depression will suck the life out of you.
Okay, so let's say, all right, let's for an example, we gotta do a show every day. Let's say I get depressed, and I can't make my time. Is that acceptable?
I still show up when I'm depressed.
Right. So you know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying
I know
is,
what you mean. Yeah,
of course. But I don't think we confuse toughness. I don't think mental health has anything to do with somebody's heart and toughness.
I hear you. I think
it could be used as an excuse to, and sometimes it may be severely legit, But I think that you just can't just sprinkle it all around and try to substitute mental health for toughness. You know what I mean? It's two separate things to me.
How do you feel? That's interesting. That's a very interesting viewpoint because I've never looked at it that way.
Right.
How do you feel about Brian's text? So he goes, he texted us at 833-212-1017. Players are lazy, but they're still getting paid. They're soft mentally, and I would call this the soft NBA Chronicles. And then he added mental health is the new fake news. I'd like to be 22, 50, filthy rich, and be able to lie about being mentally handicapped. I'm not going to use the word that you said. Brian, that's a really bad word. I can't believe you wrote that. Anyway.
I just said that when we were coming up, mental health is not worse now than it was then. It's just people were taught to just kind of deal with it and just kind of don't let the mental health stop you from being a productive member of society. And I think now people are saying, hey, they're just accepting things. They're not accepting the toughness idea that comes with just life.
What do you say then to somebody who is so depressed they can't get out of bed? What do you say to that?
Okay, all I'm saying is I would love for them to seek help, right?
Yeah.
Seek help, but I'm telling you, life is a weird thing, you know, and you stay in that bed long enough, you're going to get an eviction. And you can't tell the landlord or the courts I was depressed and I couldn't pay the bill.
Mm.
I'm just
no, I hear you.
You can't
Tori.
use that to
I know
stop
what
the
you're saying.
sheriff from coming in the house and throwing your stuff out on the street.
No, I hear you. Trust me, I understand.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I
So
know.
it can get to a point where you can allow it to bankrupt your life because things got to continue to move forward.
Yeah, and this is the thing, you have to seek help. You really do. Like
Right.
if you're stuck in that state, because I've been there.
Right.
I don't allow myself to stay there though. And sometimes when you're in it, you don't quite realize, but at some point you got to have that self-awareness.
Yes.
To be like, yep, I'm in this rut. Let me get myself out. Talk to somebody, get on antidepressants, talk to a counselor, whatever it may be,
Right.
confide in somebody. But either way,
Get
I agree, you have
outside,
to help
too,
yourself.
you
Get
know.
some fresh air. This vitamin D, what?
To
Come
me,
on.
I when I used to get depressed, and it seems like the bed used to just engulf me, like you not going
Would, like,
nowhere,
swallow you.
right?
Yep, I know.
So I felt like being in bed was like
Being in bed makes it worse for me.
Right.
For
So-
me. I have to be up and active.
And so the moment I walk outside or the moment I go and engage in the real world, it doesn't last for longer periods of time.
Right. Right.
It kind of comes and then I'm able to get outside, get to walking, trying to remember some of my goals, and it kind of makes it a faster process.
Right.
It doesn't become this long drawn out situation.
Right.
So I'll say this, toughness, that's where the toughness comes in. Let me get up, let me get out, let me remember what I'm here for, let me remember my objectives, let me remember my goals, and don't use it as an excuse, because if you stay in that bed long enough, regular people, not NBA contracts are guaranteed, NBA contracts are guaranteed, but in real life, if you don't show up for work for a certain period of time, they're going to fire you. And now you got all these, now this situation have grown into other situations. You know what I mean? So, and I've seen it happen. Trust me. I get calls all the time. I say, what's going on? And I understand mental health, but I say, you got to get up, because if you don't, you're going to lose everything you got.
Right. No, I agree. While I do appreciate that, especially this black man, but like these public figures in general are being so open more now about their mental health struggles, I do agree. I think that people who don't make six figures plus need to remind themselves they don't have the luxury of still having, millions of dollars in their bank accounts.
Right.
And Zion could retire right now. In theory, he could retire. Maybe not maintaining the lifestyle he has, but I'm just saying, in theory, this man does not have to work another day in his life. He has enough money to sustain, but he has a certain lifestyle, so of course he's going to continue to work, etc. But like you said, regular people, we don't have that luxury of already having millions sitting in our bank account. Therefore, we have to continue to work through that depression, but you have to want to get the help. You have to want to help yourself.
You most definitely have to. I mean, you know what I learned? I try to help the ones that are able to try to push forward. It's like, if you don't want to do anything, I can't make you I can't. I don't have that power. But so I look for the ones that want to beat it, because then they're going to be accepting of getting help.
One thing I will argue, though, because I'm an
Go right
empath
ahead.
and I'm putting myself in Zion's shoes. He's in such a public place. It's like, are we supposed to just make him just keep going with the season? Like, it's fine. You'll take care of your mental health after the season. Who knows when the season's going to be over? And if it's something that he has to take care of right now, I actually think it's healthier for him to address it.
Is it a hamstring? I thought I saw somewhere where it may be a hamstring issue.
I saw conflicting things.
Okay, I did. I've seen conflicting things, but I did see the hamstring idea out there. Even on ESPN, I was watching.
But I don't know.
I saw that. They threw that out there. But
I think there's more.
I think there's more mentally going on with him, and I think that the team needed him. If he'd have had 15,
so you're saying because it was that important of a game?
Yeah, it was very important. It's life or death. You know, right. I think that his 20 points or his 27 points would have made a huge difference.
Right. No, I feel that. I agree.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Melanie Ricks. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
April is Financial Literacy Month, and Secure Futures wants to ensure that teens in Milwaukee are financially fluent. As a nonprofit, Secure Futures has impacted over 100,000 teens by providing them with the tools, mentoring, and financial knowledge to better build for their financial futures. They offer great programs in budgeting, banking, credit, and even loans. They also have a MoneyPath app, which helps students build a personalized plan for their career and financial goals. For more information or to learn how to get involved, visit securefutures.org.
This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
You know how it is. In the financial world, same way within the sales or whatever, there's always this idea that this is a one-time offer. If you do this today,
right,
then, your whole life. And these sales will always come back. These things will always come back, opportunities. It's really important to try not to make financial decisions if you can the same day. Talk to some people that you respect, you care, you have high regard for. I think just not doing things the same day is important. It's so important you try to have at least a couple times in a month that you sit and think through your bills, okay, and where you're going. And another little small mindset hack that can work with this is to, before you make purchases, is this in line with my commitments? Right. But the question is, what are your commitments today? Well, same thing when you're purchasing things, right? How is this decision going to be in line with my overall commitments or goals? It's just a little simple mind hack you can also do.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
You have a right to a safe and healthy relationship. If your partner is emotionally, verbally, or physically abusive, there is help. The Women's Center in Waukesha, serving all of Greater Milwaukee, offers free and confidential advocacy, support groups, legal advocacy, shelter, and more. They provide support to adults and children affected by sexual assault, abuse, and human trafficking. Their advocates are available 24/7 with information and support. To learn more about the Women's Center's services, visit twcwaukesha.org or call their 24-hour hotline at 262-542-3828.
Carrie, where's Tory Lowe and Dr. Ken at? I'm trying to knock these commercials out.
How am I supposed to know, Sherwin?
Well, I'm about to do their parts because my impressions are on point anyway. This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon, and I want you to download the Truth app in the Google Play Store and Apple Store so you can never miss my show or any of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Really, Kyle?
Sherwin, you are crazy.
Sherwin, your impression of me is horrible. Move. Give me my mic. I guess I'll just repeat what Sherwin said. Go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the 1017 The Truth app today so you can take the home of Milwaukee Black Talk with you wherever you are.
Can't listen live? Download the new 1017 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 1017 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report. Brought to you by Melanie Ricks.
Ew.
How you doing, Melanie Ricks?
I'm doing great. I think that we had a really lovely discussion about mental health.
Right.
So I appreciated having that with you. I got two things real quick. So I got a little bit nervous because yesterday, Corinne Fox, who is Jamie Foxx's daughter, revealed that he's currently recovering from a medical complication. So she put out a statement, or they put out a statement, the Fox family, but she shared it. And it reads, quote, "From the Fox family, we wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers. The family asks for privacy during this time." It scared me, though. I'm like,
Right.
Why are you putting a statement out like this? So prayers to Jamie Foxx. It sounds like he's okay. But
sounds like a health issue.
Yeah. So hopefully, everything's okay
Right.
with them. I'm sure it was very scary. Jamie, he's a gem. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And he's a living legend. So I appreciate people like that because I forget that they're all getting older.
I'm gonna say, is he getting older?
Yeah, they all are. He's 50-something. Or I think he is. He's got to be. He's got to be
of course.
50-something. But anyway, yeah. So I was sad, but we're good. We're okay.
I mean, he's entertaining. I mean, he's definitely the Jamie Foxx show. You know what I mean? To me, I feel like he have done a lot of things to add to the culture.
Oh my gosh, yes. And he's so talented. Oh my gosh. Like, don't even call him a triple threat. This man is a quadruple and then some. But I want to end on a positive note. Queen Latifah, she made history as the first female rapper to be added to the National Recording Registry, which I'm like, really? This is really in 2023, she's the first? I'm not kidding,
National
Tori.
Recording Registry.
Yes. So basically, the Librarian of Congress, Carla Hayden, announced that Queen Latifah's 1989 album, All Hail the Queen, is joining the National Recording Registry in 2023, making her the first female rapper to be included. So this registry collects audio treasures worthy of preservation for all time based on their cultural, historical, or aesthetic importance in the nation's recorded sound heritage. The Library of Congress credits All Hail the Queen with demonstrating unequivocally that rap could be female, Afrocentric, and incorporate a fusion of musical genres. So basically, it's like a museum for music, but it's only like it's like winning a Pulitzer, or like a Pulitzer for writing.
Okay.
A Nobel. It's like winning a Nobel. Like, you had to have done something innovating.
Right.
Something innovative, something that had never been done before. And apparently she's the first female rapper that they feel has done something innovative. But what's interesting to me, what?
So she gets an award for this?
Yeah, and she's going to be added to their registry. So she's basically going to be a part of this treasure trove. Like, she's part of the history, the collection. And like I said, it's audio treasures worthy of preservation for all time.
So it will never be erased?
Never. Ever, ever, ever. And we don't need validation from anybody, but I still think it's news, and I still think it's incredible that she is the first female rapper.
And
to be
she was
added to
talking
that.
a lot of consciousness
Yes,
with that album.
Yes, she was. Absolutely.
Dope record.
Come on now.
Dope album. Dope project.
Well, what's interesting is they said the reason why they added her is because she's the one that made it so that rap could be female, could be Afrocentric, and have like a fusion of different genres. Like, she basically changed the rap game, they think. Yeah. So
Okay.
shout out to the Queen. I'm happy for her.
Hey, thank you for that pop culture report, Melanie Ricks.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Hey, Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Be sure to tune in to The Truth on Saturday, April 15th at noon for Men Making Health a Priority, presented by All of Us Milwaukee at the Center for Community Engagement and Health Partnerships. I'll be joined by Bashir Easter and Caroline Nickerson to discuss the benefits of having a better understanding of science and technology. Be sure to tune in. Men Making Health a Priority at noon this Saturday, sponsored by All of Us Milwaukee, right here on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance and hosted by me, Dr. Ken Harris, and Fred Johnson, the Vice President and Wisconsin State Manager for Erie Insurance. We'll discuss what the Erie difference is about and what Erie Insurance, what sets them apart from the rest. So, again, don't miss Diversity and excellence powered by Erie Insurance this Saturday, right here on the new 101.7 The Truth.
We didn't know what to expect. We were just left in a hotel.
My mom was doing drugs in the house.
Tay and Brianna spent years of their childhood in homes that weren't safe. They were placed in foster care and longnation.org.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel you attract people who tend to be compulsive or abusive?
Do you have money problems because of someone else's drinking?
Are you afraid or embarrassed to bring your friends home?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to the new 101.7 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. Governor Tony Evers declared a state of emergency on Wednesday as conditions combined to create an extreme danger of wildfires across most of Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources reported to a 100-acre wildfire in Juneau County on Wednesday as a result of the conditions. Officials reported no injuries, but did say that there were evacuations. Governor Evers' declaration was issued shortly after the National Weather Service issued a red flag warning for most of Wisconsin, as rising temperatures, dry vegetation, and gusty winds have provided the elements needed to significantly increase the chance of fires across the state. The red flag warning was in effect from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, and the Weather Service asked all Wisconsinites south of Wausau to refrain from burning during that time. The Milwaukee School of Languages has been honored as a 2022 School of Excellence winner by the American College Application Campaign. The recognition comes as part of the Wisconsin Students Go to College program, which aims to increase the number of first-generation college students and students from low-income families pursuing higher education credentials. The American College Application Campaign selected 23 schools nationwide for the School of Excellence Award based on their demonstrated commitment to student success and for serving as exemplary models for their state's college application campaign. Milwaukee School of Languages is among those recognized this year. This was the news update on 101.7 The Truth. The Tori Lowe Show continues next here on the new 101.7 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tori Lowe, want all the action? Or you want all the smoke? Oh, this nigga, I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's snitching. It's not.
I don't care if it's the pastor. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Sure, no, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth and the Truth app.
The reason I believe the racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20 to 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tori, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tori Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tori Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio, downtown at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 FM. Welcome to the second hour of the Tori Lowe Show. This Thursday, April 13th, 2023. And it's something going on with TikTok right here in Milwaukee. I guess legislators are deciding not to allow TikTok to be on any of the city-issued devices. Hey, let's listen to see what's going on with this TikTok thing down at City Hall.
It was a library TikTok seen around the world.
And then when we get back to New York, we need to contact Leslie. See what she can do to minimize the press.
When Milwaukee's librarians made some TikTok videos seen by millions, it showed the positive effects social media can have. But now the platform is at the center of growing national security concerns. Enter yet another debate over TikTok, this time at City Hall.
What's kind of the nightmare scenario you're seeking to avoid here?
The risk is data collection. Much of the records that we have are available or open anyway, but it allows for tracking, and it's more of a matter of principle. It's a matter of doing the best practice.
David Hankey is in charge of the city's tech. The city is taking action after Wisconsin banned TikTok for state-issued devices earlier this year.
With the city employing nearly 7,000 people, this ban could potentially remove TikTok from several thousand devices like cell phones, iPads, and city-issued laptops.
While there are some security challenges and questions about really any platform, whether it be Facebook or TikTok or any others or Twitter, they're also massive organizing tools that could say, hey, meet me on the corner in Bayview to speak out about an item that I am uncomfortable with, which is at the very heart of the First Amendment and the ability to protest. So that's why this is a sensitive matter. That's why we have to find a balance, and that's why there's questions.
The committee decided to send the proposal to the full Common Council on Tuesday. In Milwaukee, Gabriella Garza, WISN 12 News.
I'm going to tell you, the city got over 7,000 employees, employs nearly 7,000 people. But is TikTok a concern for us? If it's gotten to this point where it's coming up in discussion, what's going on with the people on the ground? You know, that's out here using TikTok, you know, in their everyday lives. Are we giving information to China? And you know how people always feel like they're being watched? I have friends that talk to me and then something happens with the phone and we say, hey, there they go. Them people, whoever they may be that's listening. Now, Beijing denies pressuring companies like TikTok to spy for China. They saying that that's not what's happening, but then you got this whole Chinese spy balloon idea out here floating around, quote unquote. All I'm saying is, are we being monitored? I mean, seriously, are you that effective to where the government got to listen to what you got to say? Or is there a paranoia? It's more people paranoid that their conversations are being listened to right now, you know? And I want to open up the lines. I want to open up the lines because I want to know if you feel personally that you're being spied on, and what information are they trying to get from you? I mean, you would think that, you know, people who they spy on or listen to, they may be having a movement or something going on to where the government is saying, hey, I got to listen to this person. I got to add this person to the watch list. But nowadays, everybody feels that they're being spied on by phones, Big Brother. I'm just saying. So when we hear that the city feel like something's going on with TikTok, they feel like they being spied on. They having discussions right now to ban TikTok off of their computers. But there's a national idea going on with TikTok. And I remember I was talking about this, the algorithms. Like the algorithms that we see in America, Goofy, the challenges, all kinds of dances and stuff like that. These are according to American algorithms, and the black algorithms, I believe, is different from what white people see on TikTok. I believe they got us all separate, showing us different stuff. And it's a few things that may be universal that we may all see, but I believe that if you black and you got a TikTok, and let's say you got a white friend that's out in the suburbs, I believe y'all need to stand next to each other and see, are y'all seeing the same stuff? Because this is how divided this algorithm then got. Now, what I did hear is that in China, that they don't even show their youth the dumb stuff. Like they show their youth like strategic planning, educational ideas, how to survive, creative art type ideas. They don't get to see some of the buffoonery stuff that we see. I want to open up the lines, Truth Nation, because this is something that's interesting to me. Do you feel that you're being spied on? I know the city do. The city in negotiations right now, they got to vote to take TikTok off of their computers. Should you have it on your phone? You probably monetize. How many of y'all monetize? How many of y'all get paid off TikTok? I want to know. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. We're going to head to the lines.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Oh, wow. It's Eddie. Eddie, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
Yes, Tori Lowe. How are you today?
How you doing, Brother Eddie?
I'm doing good, Tori Lowe. I'm just doing my part to make 101.7 the excellent station. I'm trying to bring you guys out to the best potential. I'm trying to help you fulfill your potential as an entity, as a media source in Metro Milwaukee.
All right.
Huh?
Hey, God bless you.
Bad, huh?
God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Hey, you know, it's Truth Nation.
That's right.
You want a ding or
And
something, Eddie?
Tori, I want something. Maybe a gift card, or maybe something to a local coffee shop or something like that. Again.
But
Victor, I do want to thank you for allowing me.
Do you feel like you being watched, Eddie?
I'm going to tell you, this is 100%. This is a true story. It's like a Sunday night. I'm going to get about 85% of the story right because it was like 25 years ago, okay? I'm working my butt off. Ah, Jesus. Unbelievable. Okay,
Eddie
ready?
about to go down the rabbit hole.
Okay, ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I can do this in 40 seconds. The true story. So I'm getting kind of antsy, and, you know, money was twice what it was 25 years ago. And so long story short, I was planning a European vacation, but I knew that if I went to Paris, it was going to cost me like $3,000 a week. So I was looking for a different European city. Hey, guys, I'm on the radio.
A different European city?
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I was thinking more Eastern Europe, like Prague, Budapest, you know what I mean, where the dollar went a lot further, where you could vacation for a couple $100 a day as opposed to $500 a day. So I never brought this up to anybody. I think it's a Sunday night. I'm on my computer. I'm looking up travel packages to Budapest, Bucharest, Eastern European cities, right? Now, Terry, I don't think you know this because you've never really lived the white experience. But when white people like myself go to Europe, we go to London, we go to Paris, we go to Rome, we go to Munich. Not a lot of people really go to Eastern Europe, but there's a good dollar value there. So after I sat on the computer for an hour and a half trying to figure things out, I didn't say anything to anybody. The next day I show up at a local coffee shop. A gentleman next to me is sitting next to me. He's from a government agency. I'm not going to say which one, but he's employed by the government. Said to me, "Oh, heading to Budapest, huh? Or Bucharest, huh?" And I go, "What?" Like, there's no way he would have known that. That was such a random, out of any city in the world. He would have known. I didn't bring it up to anybody. It was a Sunday night, and I just jumped on my computer and looked up the flights and looked up hotels and such. Nobody would have known that. And so this stuff does happen.
So you felt that they were kind of watching your movement?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I don't do anything except I paint house. I argue a lot. I like to argue with people. And then I paint a lot of houses. So that's all I do. And I lift weights a little bit, but that's all I do. There's nothing special. I'm not a CIA or NSA or an OSI agent. I work for the FBI, ATF, DEA. I'm just a regular show.
So does TikTok pose a threat to you?
It poses a threat to the country. Not only that, people are becoming addicted to the point where they're sitting on these apps 5, 6, 7 hours a day, and that's bad.
I mean, what information will they get from? Is it spending? Is it habits? Is it
all
interest for companies?
Spending habits. How your logistics. Where you go? When do you go? When do you purchase things? Where do you go to purchase it? All sorts of stuff.
A lot of people think that they're trying
Overall,
to get like this social credit score idea eventually, where they're going to follow your carbon footprint.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to lose on that one.
In China. China has this carbon footprint, social score, social credit score idea.
No good for any of us. We got to go back to bringing this country back to the glory it was just a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
And thank you, Tori. On that note, I'm going to go.
Thank you, Eddie, for tapping in. Hey, I appreciate you for tapping in, Eddie.
Bye-bye.
African Americans built this nation.
Hey, look, when we come back, we go stay on the line, Truth Nation. Do you feel like you're being spied on? Do you feel like TikTok and a lot of these social media apps are tracking your every move? We're going to talk about it right here on the Tori Lowe Show. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tori Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, just press play. Your favorite award-winning 1017 The Truth is launching our brand new video stream this Friday. Watch live on The Truth's Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages. Just press play this Friday for the home of Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is Melanie Ricks from Nothing But the Truth. If you love to be both entertained and informed, make sure you listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
The other thing that we should be thinking about is diversifying and getting money outside of your business. And so when we think about that, starting small, a Roth IRA is an easy account that you can open on your own. You can open with an advisor, and you can contribute up to $6,000 a year into a Roth IRA. And then if you're over 50, you can contribute $7,000 a year into that. If you want to contribute more money, you can open a SEP IRA. And these are good if you don't have any employees, right? If it's just you, the contribution limits are higher. And then if you start to have employees, then you can think about starting with a 401k. All of these options are going to be based on your situation and how much money that you're bringing in, but there's still a lot of different options out there that can accommodate you in your situation where you are.
Tune into The Truth every month for our financial empowerment interviews with Northwestern Mutual.
Concordia University invites you to an evening with two American heroes, Father Robert Sirico, founder of the Acton Institute for the Study of Religion and Freedom, and Mr. Robert Woodson, founder of the Woodson Center. They'll present topics concerning the common good of society, how to address poverty, bring racial and social reconciliation while engaging in audience dialogue. The event is free at Concordia University and benefits the Milwaukee expansion of the Self-Reliance Clubs. Register at cuw-hope.eventbrite.com.
Locked inside every Wisconsinite is a unique code that's shaped by your genetics, environment, and lifestyle. This code not only makes you uniquely you, it also holds clues as to whether you may be predisposed to certain illnesses like diabetes, cancer, or depression. And when you join the All of Us research program, you can get to know your health by receiving health information that matters to you. To learn more, visit allofus.wisc.edu or call 888-294-2661.
How you use and manage your credit has a big impact on your ability to buy a home and build wealth. Do you know if you're using your credit wisely? Find out by attending the Chase Coffee and Credit Program, hosted by Greater Milwaukee Urban League. Join us Saturday, April 29th from 10 a.m. to noon at Greater Milwaukee Urban League's office, 435 West North Avenue. Visit tmul.org to register for more information. Get your credit ready and start building your wealth today.
Truth Nation, it's time to tap in. Them lines got that smoke. Call now at 833-212-1017 so we can put you in rotation.
I'm just an average man with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Hey, hell, I pay the price. All I want is to be left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone? And I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream?
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the 1 and 2. Hey, look, we talking about being spied on by TikTok. I guess the city is saying that they're evaluating should they ban TikTok on the devices downtown at City Hall. And there's national discussions about TikTok that's been going on. I guess they feel like China is using it as a way to get information from Americans. This conversation has been going on for a while. Do we have any national conversation on what's going on with TikTok? DJ Brother Z, let's tap in.
Demanding that TikTok's Chinese owners sell their stake in the company, or the app could be banned in the United States. The demand marks an escalation from the administration as the White House looks to resolve national security concerns about the app, with many worried the Chinese government could force TikTok to hand over Americans' user data. The director of the FBI last week said the app, quote, screams of security concerns.
Could they use TikTok to control data on millions of users?
Yes. Reining in TikTok has won bipartisan support, but some Republicans want an outright ban.
This company should be banned. I don't know why they're allowed to operate in the United States.
Republicans overnight responding to the administration's new threat.
I think they're right. On this phone that everybody has, TikTok is able to harvest your data all the time and provide it through ByteDance to the Chinese Communist Party.
The White House has until recently been more reluctant to ask TikTok's Chinese owners to sell their shares, looking instead to work with the app to install data safeguards. But last week, the White House came out in support of bipartisan legislation that could be used to ban the app. In a statement, TikTok said the best way to address concerns about national security is with the transparent U.S.-based face protection of U.S. user data and systems with robust third-party monitoring, vetting, and verification, which we are already implementing. TikTok's chief executive is scheduled to testify before a House committee next week. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Hey, look, I'm telling you right now, I don't even have TikTok on my phone. I don't even want to know if it's spying on me. Now, only reason I don't have TikTok on my phone is because when they started saying that this was going on, I said, hey, I don't really need this app. But some of y'all doing them little dances. Y'all in there doing the stanky leg. Y'all going viral, twerking on TikTok. Hey, some of y'all monetizing. Hey, I get paid off of Instagram. I get, I do Instagram where I monetize my Instagram, but I don't even see the difference between Instagram and TikTok. I think Instagram is more here in America. I think they're upset because TikTok is getting information and it is going over into China. Long as America getting your information, they don't care. But they don't want the Chinese to have it. But we going to stay on the lines, Miss Shaq. You on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Good afternoon, King.
How you doing, Miss Shaq?
Yes, I was going to call him Ben.
DJ Brother Z.
On the 1 and 2. Yeah, Brother Z. And Truth Nation, it's a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful topic. And in my opinion, of course, we've been monitored. And I'll say this, as far as national security, as far as China, China is sneaky. And I do think that, there's some tendency, in my opinion, that China may be, using or finding out or trying to find out, because I'm trying to find out what kind of data do I have that China won't.
Right.
What's on my TikTok, on Miss Shaq TikTok that China won't? Absolutely
What you
nothing.
putting on your TikTok, Miss Shaq?
Huh?
What you putting on your TikTok?
This is what I'm going to tell you. The next thing, the next thing that TikTok it has the potential and is doing is international connection. And as far as what I'm doing, I'm connecting with my brothers and sisters across the country and across the world. And we're talking about the black diaspora in America and across the world.
Right.
That's what I'm learning. I'm learning knowledge. I'm gaining knowledge, and I'm gaining direction, and I'm making connections to my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
And I'm learning about my African history prior to slavery, and I'm gathering that data for my learning center, because that's what I'm going to be teaching my children and my learning center, who they are prior to slavery. Hello, somebody. And so I'm getting that kind of information off of TikTok.
Hey, and you can use it to get knowledge as well. But, when you check your algorithm, what are you seeing in your algorithm? Is it stuff that, because many times I check my algorithm and it's stuff that I don't even follow that I see.
Yeah. I think the third thing that I wanted to talk about is capitalism.
Okay.
I think that America is so greedy, so corrupt, and they see that TikTok is making all this money. You got over 150 million followers. They're making money. So Facebook and America wants to tap in on that money, because the bottom line, America is all about money, greed, corruption. You know what I'm saying? And this is the last point I want to say. And this kind of goes, I want to say that, yes, I think that we're all being monitored. We're all being observed. But guess what? This is going to take it to the next level when they change our money into crypto. They're going to be controlling everything. America wants to control Americans. There's a small, that what is it, that 1% that want to control, or that 5% that want to control everybody. That's what this is, and that's why we're going into cryptocurrency, because the Federal Reserve is going to control all the banks. They're going to have the same image. We're going to be thinking we're going to First Citizens or Chase, but the Federal Reserve is going to be controlling all of that, and then it's going to really micromanage and control us and watch our comings and goings and how we spend our money and everything. And guess what? They go if they don't approve of what we purchase or whatever, they gonna control that.
Oh wow!
So what are we really talking about here?
Right, and that's why I say, like, when we talk about the social credit score, everything going to digital currency, they just dropping in the next month or so. They're gonna be dropping FedNow, which is an app for businesses to go through FedNow to make purchases for businesses, and it has the same capabilities as like Cash App or something like that.
That's right, because the government wants to tap into that money market, you know, and they want to control what we do. That's a shame. And then I want to say this, Murray, and you could talk about this later because, you know, I sent this to you. I think we should at some point in time let the people know, baby, guess what? To pay taxes is illegal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did say that there's not a real law that says that
no law,
the citizens had to pay taxes.
And right. It's not constitutional, and there's no law. IRS.
Well, why are people going to jail for not paying taxes? I got a couple friends that got up there with the taxes, but then they got challenged by it, and they were arrested for a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like
and
Wesley
This is
Snipes.
what I learned on TikTok. This is what I learned on TikTok. And the sources are authentic. These are IRS investigative authority agencies that have requested information from the IRS, from the government, to substantiate taxes, and they can't do it. And guess what? He was fired.
Oh wow!
And this is real. This is real. This is real.
Hey.
And guess what? When we pay our taxes, none of that money goes into our government. They said that money gets spent before it even hit what it's supposed to do.
What?
So I don't know. I don't want to distract from the conversation.
No, I mean, that's all a part of Big Brother. I mean, if these things are going on and we're being monitored financially, socially, where's the privacy?
Right. Where's our money really going?
And I heard that if you have these devices, somebody told me that if you look on your phone and you see like an orange dot, and you're not using any apps or anything, that somebody's listening to you.
Yeah. I mean, even
at least on
if it's an orange dot, it means that your camera is on.
Oh.
And if it's a green dot, that means that your microphone is on.
Okay, so just the orange dot is the camera.
And
wow.
And what about Alexa? What about Alexa?
They're saying that it automatically records any sound or voice coming through the house.
Yeah. Yeah. And
it's being stored.
She's listening to me now.
Hey,
she's listening to me now.
Hey, everybody listening to you right now. If you thought, it ain't no privacy on the air.
But yeah, this is a good conversation. They may even deem Truth Nation a national security.
Hey, look.
Because of all the information that's being exchanged, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this, when we talk, we got to have these conversations. This is happening in real time. This is happening right now. I mean, a lot of people, the world is about to change. And if you're not paying attention when it comes to the digital currency, I was telling a homeless person, he asked me for a quarter. And I said, pretty soon, y'all ain't going to be able to get no change from nobody.
No, what they going to do?
Like y'all,
what they gonna do?
Y'all. It's gonna be. Look, America's about to change, and a lot of people that deal with loose money, and when they go to that digital currency, if they don't have some type of FedNow type device to keep track of their stuff, you're not gonna be able to get no currency.
And speaking of changes, don't you know that the electromagnetic currency of the Earth, the cosmic, whatever they were saying in this scientific term, that the world, what I want to say, the electromagnetic currency has sped up. So the whole Earth in the galaxy is moving faster. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I think that Mother Nature is kind of could be upset about some of the unnatural things that are taking place. Let me put it like that.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
So it's just probably a counterbalance.
The dark side of the soul is covering the light side of the soul. You know, we got two sides of the soul, and so the dark side is really what is emanating, you know, in our lives and in reality now. I think that the world and God and the spirit and nature and the universe is responding to that.
Hey, I believe that the universe is a balance. So a lot of things that are happening that are imbalanced, and the universe has to work to balance it back out. And I think that's what we're going to experience, because we don't forget that the universe, the earth, we connected to the stars and everything, you know, the energy.
Yes, and actually we operate on the same megahertz that the cosmic galaxy does, 432 megahertz. So whatever is going on in the atmosphere, that's why we all feel it.
Right.
You know, we're all feeling this unseen, unknown, but we can feel it, and that's because we vibrate on the same currency as the cosmic galaxy.
Hey, that's that melanin.
Hey, yep.
Hey, but that's a whole nother thing right there, Miss Shay.
Yeah. You know, I kind of go I gotta go deep.
Hey, I appreciate you for tapping in as usual. When we come back, we'll have more conversations. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
April is Financial Literacy Month, and according to the FINRA, 60% of Wisconsin residents can't answer basic financial literacy questions, and over half are living paycheck to paycheck. Secure Futures is here to change this by equipping teens with transformative money management skills to help teens reach their financial goals and keep their families and communities economically secure. Join Secure Futures and change a teen's life today as a volunteer or supporter. For more information or to learn how to get involved, visit securefutures.org.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's time to see what's poppin' with Melanie Ricks.
What's up, everybody? It's Melanie Ricks, and it's time to see what's poppin' with today's Pop Culture Report. I'm going to tell you this much. Nick Cannon, a.k.a. Nick, your favorite baby daddy Cannon, is trying to pop another one out, number 13 to be exact, but this time he's got a certain leading lady on the mind to have his next baby with, Taylor Swift. Yeah, you heard that right. Nick Cannon says that he is open to having baby number 13 with pop star Taylor Swift. Now, it is widely known that Nick Cannon has a certain talent for breeding. Taylor Swift has a certain talent for making hit music. So why not put those talents together and pop out another baby? No, all jokes aside, Nick Cannon does have 12 kids already, but he was asked by Howard Stern if he wants to have any more. And he said he's currently happy with the dozen that he's got. However, Stern even asked, so if Taylor Swift wants to have a baby with you, would you? And Nick said, absolutely, I'm in, let's go. That's the one, I am all in. So stay tuned, folks. You just might hear about baby Cannon Swift coming soon. Talking about things coming soon, can you believe that Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown is already 19? Well, that's one thing that's crazy. But another, this 19-year-old celebrity is engaged to her 20-year-old boyfriend. Now, her boyfriend just happens to be Jake Bon Jovi, the son of legend John Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby Brown took to social media to announce the engagement, and oh my goodness, these people were up in arms. They can hardly believe that a 19 and 20-year-old are willing to commit to a lifetime together. But listen, I've seen Stranger Things, and when you know, you know. Get it? Stranger Things. And that's what's poppin' Milwaukee.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Brewers lose their first series of the season, dropping the Wednesday afternoon rubber match to Arizona by a final of 7-3. Jason Junk, who got the start for the injured Brandon Woodruff, went 4 2/3 innings while surrendering 4 earned runs. The Brewers, they are right back at it tonight in San Diego to take on those Padres. First pitch is scheduled for 8:40. You can tune in to full coverage over on 620 WTMJ beginning at 8:05. The Milwaukee Bucks have an official tip time for their first-round playoff series. Sunday at 4:30, the Bucks will look to begin their playoff run and will get the winner of Friday's Chicago and Miami play-in game after the Bulls defeated Toronto on Wednesday night. This sports update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah, that's a good paranoid. Why are you so paranoid? No. Don't be so paranoid. No. Don't be so, baby. Don't worry about it. Hate it. Don't even think about it. You worry about the wrong things. The wrong thing. You worry about the wrong things. The wrong things. You worry about the wrong things. The wrong things. You worry about the wrong things. The wrong things.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the 1 and 2s. We're talking about these social media sites documenting your behavior. Are they getting us ready for that social credit score idea? Are they going to turn these ideas that we do freely into a carbon footprint idea? I don't know. This is a lot of change that may be happening in the next few years. And I think that we should be discussing it because the city right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, they're going to have a discussion if they want to ban TikTok on their devices due to the fact that TikTok is now being considered a spy device for China. But I remember when Facebook was going through all of this. Face recognition, privacy settings, and everything. So we went through this already. I think that Facebook works with the CIA. I think I saw somewhere where Mark Zuckerberg is called the overlord or something in the CIA because Facebook is a real document that is used by the CIA to collect information. So he's in there with them, and but they don't want China to have that information, I guess. But if you feel like you're being watched, if you feel like you don't want the digital currency, I want to hear somebody explain to me how they feel about going digital. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Also, we got guests in the building. We got Great Jet Cafe in the building. Now, look, I'm going to tell you, the other day I ordered from Great Jet Cafe, and I ordered the vegan hamburger, which is now my favorite. But it ended up getting taken across the street. I'm not going to say where it got taken. The Uber people took it across the street. So after I got off work, I went across the street to figure out what happened to my vegan hamburgers. So it was some security guards over there, and they said, okay, I got to check on a certain floor. I went to the floor, and then the security guard on that floor said, oh, yeah, it came. It came, but I sent it back downstairs. I already knew it was going at that point. I already knew that it was going. And come to find out, it's not the first time. It happens. So basically, the security guards get a free meal every time this happens. So
did he say it was good?
Adrian and Shauna is in the building.
Yo.
And they bought it. They bought it to me personally this time. So I didn't have to go through all of having my the lunch delivered across the street. But look, I'm telling you, this vegan hamburger is amazing.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
How'd y'all come up with this? I mean, what's the ingredients? I mean, what is it?
Definitely not any animal product.
No animals were harmed.
No animals were harmed making that hamburger. A lot of plant products we use. I'll tell a few. We use some potatoes. We use wheat. And I'm going to stop right there.
Hey,
and it's secret sauce. We can't do it.
DJ Brother Z, how did it taste? How did your vegan hamburger taste?
Look, my sandwich was gone before this segment started and before last segment ended, okay? I'll just put it that way.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, I'm more surprised by this vegan hamburger because I've been eating hamburgers my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no way possible I thought I'd eat a vegan hamburger and actually like it. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
You couldn't even tell it was vegan.
No,
it tasted just like a burger.
my goodness. I mean, this is my favorite sandwich right
Like
now.
the smoked flavor and everything.
This is my sandwich of the summer right now.
All right.
Appreciate it. You'll see it. We'll most definitely means we're going to be seeing you quite often.
Now, okay, so how are you guys doing? I mean,
come on.
How are you guys doing? I mean, what's going on? Give us an update.
Well, we've this year we've been totally blessed. God has taken us on an accelerated ride for Great Jet Cafe. So, thanks to some of our friends, like the Truth Nation over here, help get us on the map, and other city partnerships. We've been taking off pretty fast.
Right.
We have 2 grand openings happening over the summer, so y'all look for us.
Brick and mortar.
Right? The actual brick and mortars, y'all can sit down and experience us. One will be in the Marquette area, the other will be in the Granville area. So
that's
look
what's
for
up.
that. But yeah, things have been amazing.
Yeah, March Madness wasn't just a thing for basketball. It's been crazy since March going to April.
Yeah,
we're booked throughout the whole entire year.
That's what's up. Any events coming up where we can support?
Oh, absolutely. Oh gosh. So the first event that we have, you can catch us at the Tulsa Fair next Saturday, April 22nd. You can go to the Wauwatosa City website. They'll have all of that information about the location, but we'll be there from 11 to 7. You could also catch us at the Mommy and Me Walk held by the Black Chamber of Commerce. That is on May 17th down at Veterans Park in Milwaukee. And then June, we have Vegan Dale over in Chicago, really big vegan fest, kind of like a vegan Woodstock. That'd be June 10th. June 10th over in Chicago or in Grand Park, as they call it.
And if you can't wait for those events, you're looking for some right now, we do have Uber Eats. You can find us 11 through 5, Wednesday through Fridays. You can follow us on social media. We're talking about social media. Actually, social media. You can follow us on social media for a good reason to support our business.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all not on TikTok, are y'all?
Oh no.
No. They haven't made any TikTok videos, Mom.
Y'all ain't gonna track me if I like your Facebook page. Are you?
No.
Y'all ain't gonna give my personal information on my page. I'm just messing with you.
But the funny thing is, I hear you talk about this, and I'm thinking, is this the start of the mark of the beast?
Oh wow, here we go.
You're
going down the rabbit hole.
I'm just saying, because we open ourselves up to them giving us Facebook, Instagram, and there's some companies, some places they do have chips.
Hey, look, that's in Wisconsin. They got the chip. There's some people already going to work with the chip right here in Wisconsin.
That's how they pay for their food.
Like my cat. Because my cat has a chip in it. That's because
what you mean?
The Wisconsin.
You chipped your cat?
No, they do it when you adopt a cat. And I brought a cat into my home and I adopted him. They want to keep up with the cat. They put a chip in the cat,
so they can monitor where the cat at all times.
At all times.
Oh, I didn't know they did it to people.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they do it to people as well.
Oh my!
There's some people that sell, some companies that's how you get
They chipping the animals?
But yeah,
They've
if they
been doing
it
that
to
a
your animal,
long
they know where you
time.
at.
Well,
all
Is
times
that
too.
what it is? Oh my God! Now the cat gotta go. no, but
wow.
but yeah, I had no idea human beings were being chipped at this point.
Well, at this point, we're on the verge of a new currency system.
Absolutely.
Digital currency, cryptocurrency. And I was telling people, some places right now, they don't take cash.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Some companies are already, even at the Third Street Market.
Yeah, they don't. They're cashless. I found that
it's
out.
It's cashless, right.
I think that's one of the big things that came out of COVID. They found a way to no longer have to have cash.
Right.
Quite a few companies.
Yeah, they've been probably working on that for a while.
Well, they got the machines.
Mm-hmm.
It's already here. So, and now I saw another TikTok video, an Instagram video of a man that had hundreds of dollars that was at Dunkin' Donuts, and they's like, "No, your cash is no good here." He was like, and he was showing the camera like, "I got over $3,000 in my hand."
So it's literally
and
like
I can't
paper.
even, and
worthless.
I can't even get a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they said that American dollar is getting pretty worthless.
Hey, well, I guess with the world currency soon to change,
bricks.
We'll see what's going on with that. But a lot of people, when I first brought that up, then we ain't worried about it. We good. and this is what they said. This is what some people called into the Tory Lowe show and said. And I said, hey, you got to realize, the American dollar's strength is because it's on the international level where other countries exchange things with the American dollar. But if you remove that, then that's taking a lot of power away from the American dollar.
So the divorce proceedings have started.
Yeah, we're in divorce court.
Yeah,
Right.
you have a lot of foreign countries actually, they're starting to partner and squeeze us out of the system. So they're no longer going to need our American.
The mistress.
I'm going to tell you this. Anybody with a business, they're saying that anybody with a business may have to go through the banks. That's going through the banks. They may have to hook up with the Fed Now app.
Oh, my.
To do business.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey.
There's always some angle.
Now, I don't know how I'm going to get my vegan burger.
Yo, I'm always bringing this.
I'm always if I got to go underground to get it to you, I'm gonna get it.
As long as they got some plans
if
that
they
we
was
can
able
make
to
it
move our
happen.
people
Look,
underground,
I don't need nobody coming through the door at night trying to get me.
If they had a railroad for our people, we got a railroad for your burgers.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Great Jack Cafe in the building. Hey, how can people get in contact with you guys?
So you can find us on social media at Instagram at GJEMKE, and on Facebook you can find us at Gray Jet. You can also call us at 414-465-2283 or text us at 414-465-2283.
All right, look, I appreciate you for stopping in.
Absolutely.
Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee, it's Denise Thomas.
And Telly Hughes from Truth Be Told on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
We want to make sure you join us every Friday morning at 8 a.m. for our Black Friday shout-out powered by We Energies.
Black Friday is your opportunity to call into 101.7 The Truth and shout out your black-owned business and let Milwaukee know what you have to offer.
So hit us up every Friday at 8 a.m. to shout out your black-owned business on Truth Be Told with DT and Telly.
Hey, this is Steve Scafidi for Educators Credit Union. Being a parent can be busy. We all know that. Mind and Money from Educators Credit Union provides an easy way for parents to pay allowance, assign chores, and teach financial lessons all from their phones or computer with no monthly fees. Children and teens can even receive their own debit card, and parents can set limits and track spending. It's a win-win and just another great perk of being a member. Learn more at ECU.com, federally insured by NCUA.
Concordia University invites you to an evening with two American heroes, Father Robert Sirico, founder of the Acton Institute for the Study of Religion and Freedom, and Mr. Robert Woodson, founder of the Woodson Center. They'll present topics concerning the common good of society, how to address poverty, bring racial and social reconciliation while engaging in audience dialogue. The event is free at Concordia University and benefits the Milwaukee expansion of the Self-Reliance Clubs. Register at cuw-hope.eventbrite.com.
Did you know half of all cats in the United States don't see a vet on a regular basis? Hi, I'm Kat Dennings and I love cats. Like really, really love them, seriously. That's why I'm here to ask you to take your cat to the vet each and every year. I'm working with Royal Canin and Orphan Kitten Club in their program Mighty Cat, the first grant program in the world to protect and care for newborn kittens. For the Take Your Cat to the Vet initiative, which encourages cat owners across the country to schedule annual vet visits. Since it's tricky to decode our cat's behavior, it is super important to collaborate with your veterinarian to uncover any potential illnesses and learn the signs that something could be wrong. As pet owners, it is our responsibility to make sure cats of all ages have a chance to live a full and happy life by providing the care they need and deserve. Visit orphankittenclub.org/mightycat to learn more.
Hi, I'm Maria, and I ended up in the hospital with COVID for 130 days, 70 of which were spent on life support. At 41 years old, I was healthy and had a lifestyle filled with work, friends, and travel. Everyone 6 months and older should get their COVID and flu vaccines this season and keep all immunizations up to date.
To learn how to protect your family, visit vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, the locations are set, and it's time to clean up our city. Join the Truth team on Saturday, April 29th. For our Tory Lowe Community Cleanup, go to truthcommunitycleanup.com to volunteer to help keep Milwaukee clean. Everyone who joins gets a t-shirt and a free lunch provided by St. Anne's Center. Register today and bring the whole family out to clean up our city by visiting truthcommunitycleanup.com. The Truth Community Cleanup is sponsored by St. Anne's Center, the best intergenerational care in Milwaukee. Also, the NBA playoffs are here. And I think this was something that took place yesterday. But I hope y'all watching the play-in, because I've been watching the play-in. I'm hoping that the Lakers get the West. Long shot. And I'm not even into the Lakers like that. I'm a big Bucks fan. But I like to see LeBron around. He makes the game interesting. Also, be sure to tune into The Truth this Saturday at noon for Men Making Health a Priority, presented by All of Us Milwaukee at the Center for Community Engagement and Health Partnerships. Dr. Ken Harris will be joined by Dr. Bashir Easter and Caroline Nickerson, where they will celebrate science and promote the benefits of having a better understanding of science and technology. So be sure to listen to Men Making Health a Priority at noon Saturday, presented by All of Us Milwaukee on a new 1017 The Truth. Hey, look, we've been having a great conversation, Truth Nation, but I want to know, how do you feel about the next 3 years when it comes to technology, the social media? Are you being tracked? Are you being spied on? Do you feel like the government is spying on you? And many times, a lot of my friends feel like when we talk on the phone that somebody's listening. Hey, is it legit? 833-212-1017. Why do they want to listen to you, DJ Brother Z? What you talking about?
They don't want to know.
DJing?
Uh-huh.
Hey, look, we're going to have more conversations when we get back. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Be sure to tune in to The Truth on Saturday, April 15th at noon for Men Making Health a Priority, presented by All of Us Milwaukee at the Center for Community Engagement and Health Partnerships. I'll be joined by Bashir Easter and Caroline Nickerson to discuss the benefits of having a better understanding of science and technology. Be sure to tune in. Men Making Health a Priority at noon this Saturday, sponsored by All of Us Milwaukee, right here on the new 1017 The Truth. Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance and hosted by me, Dr. Ken Harris, and Fred Johnson, the Vice President and Wisconsin State Manager for Erie Insurance. We'll discuss what the Erie difference is about and what Erie Insurance, what sets them apart from the rest. So, again, don't miss Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance this Saturday, right here on the new 1017 The Truth.
We need each other, now more than ever, because every someone needs someone else.
We need each other, because when we work together, we can do so much more.
When we work together, we connect more children with what they need to grow up healthy, educated, and safe. And that's what Child Fund is all about.
Together, we co-create, support, and sustain connections that lead to greater well-being for millions of children facing poverty.
Which also benefits their families, their communities, their countries, and you.
Because when you make someone's world better, you make everyone's world better.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 24 countries to achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
I noticed that my central vision started to blur.
Figures that are usually straight started to distort and become wavy.
What are these little dark spots with blurring that I'm seeing?
There's a blind spot like a blob over my vision now.
Is my vision lost forever?
Why did I wait so long to see a retina specialist?
Retinal disease can steal your eyesight, but it doesn't have to. Patients who seek care from a retina specialist in a timely manner have the best chance of preventing vision loss due to age-related macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy. AMD symptoms to look out for are distortion or warping of straight lines, as well as blurred or loss of central vision. Patients with diabetic retinopathy should seek treatment if they notice the appearance of spots or floaters or blurred and distorted vision. Don't delay seeing a retina specialist. It's worth the visit to save your vision so you don't miss out on life's precious moments, like seeing your grandchild grow up, enjoying a sunset with that special someone, or reading a good book. Visit seeforalifetime.org.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melanie Ricks with your news update. Governor Tony Evers declared a state of emergency on Wednesday as conditions combined to create an extreme danger of wildfires across most of Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources reported to a 100-acre wildfire in Juneau County on Wednesday as a result of the conditions. Officials reported no injuries, but did say that there were evacuations. Governor Evers' declaration was issued shortly after the National Weather Service issued a red flag warning for most of Wisconsin, as rising temperatures, dry vegetation, and gusty winds have provided the elements needed to significantly increase the chance of fires across the state. The red flag warning was in effect from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, and the Weather Service asked all Wisconsinites south of Wausau to refrain from burning during that time. The Milwaukee School of Languages has been honored as a 2022 School of Excellence winner by the American College Application Campaign. The recognition comes as part of the Wisconsin Students Go to College program, which aims to increase the number of first-generation college students and students from low-income families pursuing higher education credentials. The American College Application Campaign selected 23 schools nationwide for the School of Excellence Award based on their demonstrated commitment to student success and for serving as exemplary models for their state's college application campaign. Milwaukee School of Languages is among those recognized this year.
This was the news update on 1017 The Truth.
The Tori Lowe Show continues next here on the new 101.7 The Truth.
We need each other.
That's facts.
I need my sisters. I need my brothers out here.
A coward dies 1,000 deaths, and for all the bootlickers, may you die 1,001.
The place for the realest conversations.
Tori Lowe want all the action, or you want all the smoke? I'm with all that smoke too, man.
I didn't see Ron Johnson. He trash. Chisholm is trash. How the hell you here to help us and your kids are dying in the street?
I understand that this is Milwaukee and everyone believes that if someone say something, it's mentioned. It's not.
I don't care if it's the past. If you see the pastor ain't acting right, you check that fool. Where's the results?
Talking topics that need to be highlighted and discussed in our communities.
Would you trade places with a black person?
Yeah, sure, no, I would not.
Have you ever said the N-word? Come on, be the truth. We on the truth.
Unfiltered and unfazed. This is the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
The reason I believe that racism is getting worse is because whites know that they will be outnumbered in about 20, 21 years. They're going to be outnumbered.
Hey, Tori, man. How are you doing, brother? I'm actually from India. We brown people can totally relate with you. Sometimes it's like, did that just happen to me?
We have to not let the government mind us either.
That cop ain't never been brought to the public because he ain't normal, and he may not even exist no more.
Say no more. Release the video.
You know, you keep on doing what you're doing, man. You're going to take over this talk radio, man. Just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on. I wish you a lot of love.
God bless you, brother.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Tori Lowe.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tori Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tori Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tori Lowe. Tori Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio downtown at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 FM. Welcome to the third hour of the Tori Lowe Show this Thursday, April 13th, 2023. And we've been talking about TikTok. I think the city is talking about banning TikToks on city devices. And there's also something else going on. We've been talking about being spied on today. That was the topic of discussion. If you think you're being spied on or you don't want your privacy invaded by what they saying is the digital currency coming up here soon. I guess we're getting ready for it. But it's something going on with the charging stations, they saying. The FBI warns people about the use of public phone charging stations. Let's listen.
One second, I got to refresh the page.
Okay. Hey, I guess we're getting that ready. But the FBI is warning consumers against using public phone charging stations in order to avoid exposing their devices to malicious software. Let's listen. Let's see what's going on.
Ever used a public phone charger? The FBI says you need to stop right now. So on your side, Susan is here to explain why.
Yeah, you most commonly see these public chargers, places like airports, the malls, maybe hotels. The FBI says you shouldn't use them. Here is their warning. It says bad actors have figured out a way to use public USB ports to introduce malware and monitoring software onto those devices. So we asked Adam Levin, a cybersecurity expert and host of the podcast What the Hack, to explain what happens next.
Hackers can put malware on these big charging kiosks, and you plug in and it could lock your system, it could crawl into your phone, it could get contact information, passwords, all kinds of things that can get data to transfer out.
So the FBI says you should use your own charger. Carry the charger and your USB cord with you and plug it into an electrical outlet rather than a USB port.
You may say, well, it may be a little expensive to buy them, but you know what? It's a lot cheaper than the agony that you're going to go through if you become victimized because someone got into your phone, got into your laptop, and got their hands on whatever sensitive personal information you may be storing in them.
Even on airplanes, Adam says it's best to avoid USB ports. If you're going to be on a long flight and you're worried your battery won't last, consider getting a portable power bank. Those can keep you charged up for the whole flight. I did a quick search. You can get them for, $20-$30 for one that's going to last for your phone.
What can you do nowadays? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's so much targeting of consumers right now. And what are they doing with the data of the average American person? Is this
selling it?
Yeah, selling the information. Also, if they can get into your phone now, you got all your information in there. Your credit card information, bank account, if you're doing online banking. I guess it is a lick for a hacker if they can get in your phone. If you got money in the bank and they can get all your information and try to get some money. But this is the times we're living in, and you wouldn't think that going to one of these public stations to charge your phone would cost you all of your financial ideas. Man, I mean, hey, make sure the phone is charged up before you leave the house. That's what I get out of that. But if you want to call in, Truth Nation, if you think that TikTok or these social medias are evil, 833-212-1017, talk to text 833-212-1017. Or if you feel, hey, America's going in the right direction, cryptocurrency. I was talking to a guy the other day, and the guy was telling me it's time for us to invest in the digital technology right before they have a lock on it. We got to get in now before they, once everything gets going, you're going to miss the best times to get in. Right now is the time to get in because they're developing the technology. So this is the time to invest into the technology before it actually becomes the norm. So I thought that made sense. It's going to happen. Why don't we start looking into these tech companies and investing now? Why maybe getting in right now is pretty cheap instead of waiting for it to happen and then trying to be a part of it. And once it explodes, it's too late. Like, it's like trying to get into Bitcoin right now. You're going to have to spend $40,000 or so, or, thousands of dollars to get in now. But at one point, it was Bitcoin was down there where you can get in for $1. $1 or $2, $10 or whatever, or whatever amount when it first started. But once it explodes, you're not going to get the huge gain. So I guess a lot of people figure, hey, this is the best time to get involved in AI technology and, digital currency. So, hey, for those who thinking like that, call in 833-212-1017. Which one is the one that we need to look out for? Hey, I'm not that deep into which digital currency is the one to be on the lookout for other than the commercialized cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and that other one that they talk about, Ethereum or something like that. These are the two ideas that most people, they try to get involved with. But you got to, I say what I did, since I didn't know which one to use, I just put a little bit in all of them. I just put like $10. I'm going to have $10. Even if I don't know what it's going to do, these things are like half a penny. 0.00 to get in, So I'm you never know which one might pop. So I'm just sticking $10. Every other week, I'm just finding these little crypto ideas and just sticking $10 there. It's better than having nothing. Because if it pop up and it blow up, hey, that $10 is turned into, hey, I'm straight. You never know. Once it start going that route, you never know which one is going to go, So I'll tell you right now, I kind of went about a couple years ago. I just started throwing $10 here, $5. I'm talking about the ones that nobody even talking about. I'm just throwing a little bit of money into that. Because even if those get up to 1,000, hey, it may not be cash. At that point, I may not get it in cash.
Rich gang.
But my digital bank account go cha-ching.
Rich gang.
It's what it is. Hey, I'm going to tell you, I'm so worried how things are going for my children and their children and the next couple of generations. I was talking to somebody about the next 4 generations, and I always say on the show, how does that look? Like when you try to look ahead, does that look promising? And I'm telling people, hey, I'm worried a little bit. Because in my community, you don't see a lot of brick and mortar black businesses. Like, we don't see abundance of black business in the black neighborhoods. So when we talk about investing or we talk about financial, all of our monies are not going into black businesses. We're choosing ideas outside of the black structure to get gains. So I think that's good if you can get the monies from it. But what does that mean for the black economy? I mean, when we talk about the black economy, is there a black economy in the black community? I see black businesses. We just had black business in here before the break. But what I'm saying is, when I was little, when I was younger, coming up on 5th and North Avenue, I could walk down the street and go and get food from a black restaurant, soul food restaurant. I could go and get CD, not even CDs. It was tapes back then. They didn't even have CDs back then at the mom and pops. You had to go get the tape back then. But it was a lot of mom and pop shops that you can kind of go and try to circulate the money, the black dollar, if you wanted clothing or goods or services and things like that. There were businesses during that time where you could circulate the money. Now, we talk about circulating the dollar in the community before it leaves. Well, the black dollar just, as soon as you get it in your hand, it just goes right out the window. It doesn't circulate in the community longer than a day, I guess. But they say, it's terrible. But when we talk about economics and black economics, I don't see, I guess we got to get busy. We got to start finding ways to build a stronger black economy in our neighborhoods. Because I see a lot of other people come to our neighborhoods and set up shop. I see different races got restaurants and beauty stores and nail shops and I even hate to say this one, they selling us chicken. They even selling us chicken. Hey, what do we have? How can we corner the market? I know we got the beauty shops and the barber shops and things like that. And now y'all barbers asking for $100. Jalen Rose said you got to pay your barber $100 for a haircut. Damn. I don't know who getting haircuts that could, pay $100 a haircut. But I understand the logic. I understand the motivation. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have less customers. You might get the $100, but you might get less customers. And it might balance out. But I'm gonna tell you this: we need to really start locking down on some of this technology and getting behind some of these black tech companies and trying to build ideas where we can get on the stock market. We can get those ideas on the stock exchange and getting shares and dividends and things from black companies. So we got to start thinking like this to improve the future, because I'm telling you, everybody else create businesses for their own, to work, for their people to work, for their people to have jobs. If you go to communities outside of the black community, you see a lot of people seeming like they ain't got no problem with finding no job. Then you got our counterparts that would call into the Tory Lowe show and say, hey, it's a lot of jobs out here, but people don't want to work. And I wouldn't give a lot of pushback on that, but look at some of the criteria. What if you don't want to take the shot? What if you don't want to take the shot? What if some jobs are saying, hey, you can get this job, but you got to take the shot? It's a lot of people that just don't want to take the shot. And now with all of the new information that's coming out about it, they ain't wrong. They not wrong. So here we go. Even with the city jobs, they were saying that you got to take the shot to get those jobs. I'm just saying. I mean, when you say that people don't want to work, are you saying that the job is just raw where you could just come in and work without taking a shot? Or, you know what I mean? Or are they paying a living wage? I'm interested. You know, I'm not making no excuses for somebody that don't want to work. I'm just saying, what is the criteria? Because nowadays, everything is changing right in front of our faces. This is not the same America that it was even 10 years ago. Even 10 years ago. But look, when we come back, it's another situation that I wanted to talk about. It's a disturbing video that shows a male security guard punching a black woman, and for some reason she was demanding $1,000 worth of reparation. I don't know what happened here, but we're going to talk about it when we get back. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, Truth Nation, just press play. Your favorite award-winning 1017 The Truth is launching our brand new video stream this Friday. Watch live on The Truth's Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages. Just press play this Friday for the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. This is Melanie Ricks from Nothing But the Truth. If you love to be both entertained and informed, make sure you listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Parents, give your child the best start at St. Anne's Center on 24th and North. The award-winning program is more than just a daycare. It is educational and fun with outdoor play, nature projects, swimming, music, arts, and crafts, and it's all in a safe and beautiful place. St. Anne's Center offers a summer camp for school-aged children, which is enrolling now. Check out St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care at sac414.org. That's sac414.org.
Hey, this is Steve Scafidi for Educators Credit Union. Being a parent can be busy. We all know that. Mind and Money from Educators Credit Union provides an easy way for parents to pay allowance, assign chores, and teach financial lessons all from their phones or computer with no monthly fees. Children and teens can even receive their own debit card, and parents can set limits and track spending. It's a win-win and just another great perk of being a member. Learn more at ecu.com, federally insured by NCUA.
When it comes to riding the bus, there's a better way to pay. It's Wisco, Milwaukee County Transit System's new modern fare collection system. Wisco is available as a card and in the UMO app, and is packed with features to make paying for your rides faster, easier, more reliable, and more affordable. So make the switch to Wisco and start enjoying the better way to pay. Learn more about the exciting changes at ridemcts.com/Wisco or download the UMO app.
Truth Nation. It's Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, and I want you to download the 1017 The Truth app. Hey, because you know it's amazing.
Wow. hey, that's not bad, Sherwin. That's not bad, all right? But T-Lo, show Sherwin Hughes how it's really done. Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, and Sherwin's impression may have been trash, but he's right. You can hear all our best interviews, Panthers basketball, and me bringing all the smoke by downloading the Truth app today in the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. And why should they download the app, Benjamin?
You want to know why, T-Lo? You want to know why they should download the 101.7 The Truth app? Because it's amazing.
All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place. Download the new 101.7 The Truth app now.
I love the Truth app. I like being able to go back and listen to old taping.
Milwaukee Black Talk. 101.7 The Truth. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right.
On time.
It's tricky. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the 1 and 2. Be sure to tune into The Truth this Saturday at 10 a.m. for another episode of the Soft Life Chronicles presented by All of Us Milwaukee at the Center for Community Engagement and Health Partnerships. Denise Thomas will be joined by Dr. Gina Green Harris, Dr. Nia C. Norris, and Martha Sosa Pacheco. Martha Sosa Pacheco from All of Us Milwaukee to discuss the importance of breaking the silence and having an open dialogue about the impact Alzheimer's and dementia can have on individuals and their families. So be sure to listen to the Soft Life Chronicles at 10 a.m. Saturday, presented by All of Us Milwaukee on the new 101.7 The Truth. Hey. Also, tune into the award-winning 101.7 The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for our new show, Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance and hosted by Dr. Ken Harris and Fred Johnson, the Vice President and Wisconsin State Manager for Erie Insurance. Ken and Fred Johnson will discuss what the Erie difference is and why more than 90% of their customers stay with Erie Insurance and what sets them apart from the rest. So again, don't miss Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance, this Saturday at 11 a.m. on the new 101.7 The Truth. Hey, look, we got a situation. And when I saw the situation, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that this was taking place. Now, there's a video circulating about a Target security guard punching a black woman in the face because she said she wanted reparations. She wanted $1,000 in groceries. The video shows a white male security guard delivering a knockout punch to a black woman who demanded reparations to cover her $1,000 grocery bill at Target.
Damn.
And compared herself to Rosa Parks.
Bruh.
Do we have any audio on this, DJ Brother Z?
Let's take a listen.
Let's listen.
I'll call you back, please. 27. 421, repeat.
Safe for fire. So what happened?
She... Okay, you seem secure at 2046.
Nice. Okay.
Came up, I tried to verbally de-escalate. She told me that she wanted to rep it out, and I told her we couldn't do that.
Okay.
And then she said, excuse me, and I was like, man, like, I need you to back up or leave, like, but we can't do that for you. So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office, into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
Okay.
And I have it all on video.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Physically, I'm okay. Emotionally, I am there.
Car 4 David 31.
Okay.
In front of the big lot, 825 Main. Escape for suspicion.
According to the manager's statement, a cashier called over the manager where the suspect was kind of whispering, asking her to make reparations regarding her groceries of over $1,000.
Was he arrested?
The manager told the suspect that if she wanted a donation, she needed to call in the morning. This response led the suspect to become verbally aggressive, screaming, and forcing the manager to back into the cafe counter.
Hey, I don't know. They drawing this out. I mean, they've got the dramatic.
A security staff member intervened and told the suspect to calm down before the suspect began backing him into the security office while screaming. Inside the office, the security staff member punched the suspect in self-defense and then called the police.
He punched her in self-defense. And you can see the video. I mean,
That's crazy. I ain't never see something like that.
I think he knocked her wig off.
You know how hard you got to punch somebody to knock their wig off?
You know he was, let's go in the back. So there's not a lot of people watching.
Or where there's not a lot of cameras.
Right. Well, it was one. I guess it's one back there.
Probably the one he forgot.
Right. So cops say that the woman told the manager she was owed this, referring to slavery reparations. Police say the security guard told her she needed to chill and leave the store because she was acting aggressively. Instead, she charged at him. This is what allegedly, that's what he said. And they say it's on camera. She charged at him. And then that's when he knocked her to the floor. She was cited with disorderly conduct, served a day in jail, and paid $110 fine for her actions. Nothing happened to this guy. This is crazy. For him to cock back and punch a black woman in the face. Oh wow. Oh wow. This video is so disturbing. Now, the woman said that she was trying to get the grocery bill paid for before, and I guess this is what escalated the whole thing. And she said credited to reparations, referring to slavery. So, hey, we're going to take a call. Charlotte, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Hi, you got to tell the whole story. I saw the whole thing yesterday.
You was up in there watching?
In Target. No, I saw the whole video.
Oh, okay.
She went up to Target to check out. She went to check out and told the lady she didn't have enough money, so she started screaming at her for a manager to come over. This woman had mental illness, is what I got out of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so she came. The other person came over. She backed the other woman into the soda machine. And this was a big black woman. I'm not talking about
so what you mean she backed her into something?
So
they were arguing?
She was saying, I need this money, I need reparations, and then the lady said, we can't come tomorrow. And she said, well, we need to have a bigger discussion. I want a bigger discussion. So then the security guard comes over and she backs him into the office. He didn't say to her, he said, ma'am, you need to leave. And she kept coming forward at him.
So she charged him. You said she charged him.
She charged him. Yeah, she did.
Okay, was there any way to deal with this other than punching her in the face?
Well, she shouldn't have came into the office. She should have left the damn, excuse my language, she should have left the store. They gave her ample opportunity to leave. And she kept saying, and she kept charging at them, and she was a nuisance. Now, what he said is that she touched her, but she backed him all the way into the office. He didn't say come into the office. He asked her to leave the store. And then she came right up on him, backed him into a corner, and that's when he hit her.
Well, on this report, it says that she was in his office. They didn't say how she got into his office.
Yeah, no, she charged into his office.
Okay.
But he kept backing up.
Okay.
I'm just want to say, maybe he shouldn't have punched her, but that's the whole story. Is like she needs mental help. That's what I got out of it. This was not because she wanted them to talk about reparations in Target after they said just please leave the store.
And I think that is maybe could have been some mental health going on, but at the same time, for him to cock back and knock her out like that, I don't know.
Well, she wasn't knocked out because she was sitting up, and then the police said, you can leave. The police gave her the opportunity to leave. She still wouldn't leave. That's when they arrested her. When the police came, they said, ma'am, just leave the store. They don't want you in the store. And she would not leave.
All right. I mean,
So
I'm watching.
Make sure we tell both sides of the
Well,
story.
I'm watching.
Yeah,
I'm reading from the report, so I wasn't there.
No, go on. It's online.
Yeah.
It's online.
Yeah,
The whole
this
picture,
is a
because
report.
They had cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
No, they had cameras everywhere.
But the thing is,
so hopefully she got the mental health she needed.
right.
You know.
That's I'm saying, was the punch necessary?
Well, when she backed
You
up,
said you saw it, so do you think that it was necessary? Yes or no?
Yeah, I probably hit her too. She's a
Okay.
big woman and a small guy. I would have hit her too. How you gonna come into my space? I'm telling you to leave and come up to my face. She can play twice my face.
Hey, all right. Hey, Charlotte. Hey,
This is a
tell it like
300-pound
it
woman.
is.
Like I said, it's a 300-pound woman.
What you say? She
So
looked
let's
like
get-
she
you know
was.
what I'm saying,
So she was a bigger woman. You saying?
Like about 300 pounds, yeah.
Wow. What you think, DJ Brother Z? Do you think
she wasn't that big?
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
I'm looking at her right now.
Yeah, look at it again.
I'm looking at her right now.
Her arms as big as his thighs.
What?
And she had no business backing him up into the office. Let's be fair about stuff now.
Well, he's a security guard. He's supposed to know tactics and techniques.
When you're trespassing in a private business, you're supposed to leave. It wasn't public. This is a private business.
Well,
They asked
you
to leave.
personally said it was mental health issues going on.
Right, and then the police came and gave her opportunity to leave. And
Okay.
she said, I'm not going nowhere. I want to, so.
All right. Well,
You know, like I said, I feel sorry for the sister because I think it was mental health. And that's a whole nother discussion, but I think it was mental health.
Okay. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks for tapping in. Hey, Charlotte had said what she had to say. I mean, to me, like when I see this stuff and you talk about things that's happening in our communities and they start making the rounds, I just don't like the abuse that comes quickly when, I see other people that don't get abused. I'm going to talk about it because that's when I see it, it doesn't rub me right, many times when I'm called to situations and people have mental health issues, I go and talk to them and not assuming that they're in their right frame of mind. And many times I can talk them out of the situation and we can move on. And these are intense situations.